You are watching the HuK vs TLO grudge match, cast by myself, Totalbiscuit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SHOUTcraft right here. Bonus match, yes! Because they wanted to play 7 games for you, even if it didn't get to that. How awesome are they? There you go, TLO also spawning as Terran once again in the purple trunks. And so far, TLO has lost every game that he's played Terran. In fact, the 2 games that he won in this series were with Protoss. Yes, he won both of the PvP matchups and then ended up losing the others, which is very intriguing. HuK again spawns in his style and red trunks as the Protoss right here on the Lost Temple. It's intriguing, isn't it? I think of the things that I was perhaps most puzzled by was the decision of TLO right there in the last game. I mean, certainly, build Marauders. Yeah, absolutely, Marauders are awesome. But I think he confined himself in his base a little bit too much. You know, he plonked down the bunker, which is fine, nothing wrong with placing the bunker. But the lack of scouting meant that he had literally no air units. And he decided, well, I'm not going to mix Marines in with Marauders, I'm just going to use Marauders. And Marauders without concussive shell, which, I don't know. I'm not necessarily convinced by that. I really don't like talking strategy. I hate talking strategy because, again, I am not a high-level player. I am happy to say that I am in the Silver League. I do not get time to play very much. I play maybe an hour a week at most. It's all I can fit into my schedule. But whatever the case, I just have to scratch my head at that. I really do. It didn't seem like the kind of thing that would have worked, and of course, as we saw, HuK takes full advantage of that one. Let's see what TLO managed to pull off this time, learning, no doubt, from the mistakes of his previous game. Barrett's going down right here, and the gateway coming up for HuK plus the single assimilator. Nothing unusual for anything. Nothing whatsoever. You know, I have to wonder, folks. I really, really have to wonder. And this is a bit of a lore aspect. You saw right there that the construction process of these buildings seems to be pretty much automated. I mean, you've got this automated robotic arm and everything like that. Why exactly do we need an SCV there? And more to the point, what exactly are they going to do with that little drill right there? I don't know, maybe it's like IKEA or something, you know? It comes in a flat pack, and you just have to build it up there. And you can't build it with robotic arms. That doesn't make any sense at all. You've got to use the SCVs for it. I always wondered that. There are so many bizarre little aspects of this game that actually don't make any sense. Like, ooh, one sec. Love replays, no pauses. There you go. TLO actually such a master of multitasking and micromanagement. He was able to go to the toilet, return in half a second, and continue on with the game. Yes, indeed, folks. That's what I like to call the power piss. Right, we've got factory coming up right here for TLO. Instead of that previous build, could be looking for the fast Banshee approach. Always a nice thing to do. Unless you Protoss, at which point you get really angry about it. Urgh. Yes, it is very unpleasant. Fast Banshee is not a nice thing to do at all. Good nonetheless, you see TLO making sure that nothing gets in there to spot it, so I have to assume that tech-heavy build, he does have the gas for it, he will have the cash for it. Straight through to that with the so-called 1-1-1, aka Destiny Cloudfist, aka Subway 27, aka the Spurge build. Yes, why not? Why not? There's second gas going down right here, Hellion coming out. Are we going to go straight into that? We shall see. Reactor coming out. Maybe not, maybe not. Oh, TLO with your fancy tricks. In the meantime, a Stargate coming up. That is a freaking early Stargate, isn't it? No other gateways so far, folks. No other gateways. Single gateway approach. Bottles his opponent in. There you go. Tech Lab coming up and the reactor, so we may be looking for a Marine tank instead. Or, of course, we could be looking for the Hellions. Yes, Infernal Pre-Igniter. You never know. Oh, well. So many options. So many options and so little time. Good to have options, folks. Good to have variety. I find variety a very important thing in life and in casting and in StarCraft too. It's all very boring if everything happens to be the same. Oh no, TLO, that's not going to happen. HuK is not letting him in whatsoever. Turns out that TLO is actually not wearing the correct dress code, so he's not allowed in there. 2 bouncers of the Stalkers, not allowing him into Club HuK. Yes, Club HuK is a very sordid place. Is it? HuK! Oh, HuK! Yes! Fleet Beacon on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Fleet Beacon on the way for HuK. You had to see it. You had to see it, and it makes sense considering, of course, that he knows that. There's the scan. Did he see it? Bear in mind, the scan is deceptively large. Yes! TLO spots the Fleet Beacon. Oh, dear. Yes. Oh, HuK must be so upset about that. You know, I can just imagine his little face, hidden behind the hoodie, of course, while he has to product called the HuK. Hides it behind the hood of the HuK. And you're just like, oh, I want to deploy it. Why can't I build a mothership? God damn it. Dario with your evil. Oh, whatever the case. TLO pushes forward. Yes. Gonna take advantage of that momentary lapse from HuK. Building that, not really able to build anything else. 2 more gateways on the way. A lot of pressure coming in. Will HuK be able to repulse it? More to the point. The Hellion, yes, a little bit of harassment. They're just basically nothing, as you can clearly see. Marines, on the other hand, they might work. There you go. Do we have siege tank deployment? Of course we do. There you go, forcing the way through right there. Great placement on the lip of the cliff by HuK. He's able to take a few units for free. Very critical to bear in mind your placement on this particular situation where you're getting attacked by nasty, horrible things. Siege tanks deploying. Needs to roll up the ramp so he can get that deployment fire. There you go. HuK forced back once again. Needs to get those sentries out, maybe block it off. He looks for it. Will he get it? He has the energy, but he's not deploying yet. That's interesting. He is saving it, folks. Yes, he's being very, very patient. Viking on the way as well to allow for more firepower. Bunker in the base. Bunker in the base. HuK, what you gonna do about that bunker in your base? Well, he's probably gonna focus fire on it and kill it, more to the point. But if he does that, he's gonna get hit by the tank. He hates it. He doesn't like it one little bit. Oh, gateway forced down right there, and is gonna go down by the looks of it. He does have 2 more over here. Whoops in additional units from the back. Stalkers and Void Ray has been deployed. Where's that Void Ray? It's off to the side, looking for deployment and trying to do big damage on the siege tank. Is he gonna get it? No, he is not. There's the deployment in the corner, covered once again by there. Immortal goes straight in. He's gonna get a chance to fire, and he's not. HuK brutalizes it. Oh, it sends it home crying to its mother. It will have psychological scars that will take 6 months to heal. Oh, wait, it was already dead to begin with. Never mind. I have to wonder what the psychological scars on Immortals actually are. Are they like Chaos Dreadnoughts or are they like Space Marine Dreadnoughts? Yes, indeed, folks, it is derivative. There you go, expansion coming out right here for TLO. Immortals rolling out and a Twilight Council. Yes, HuK with a deft defense, a very good defense, a solid defense. He likes it, yes. He did lose more units there, but he was able to repulse the attack of his opponent TLO with very little effort. However, TLO has a hard line to break. He's got a couple of siege tanks out. He's got some Marines, a Hellion, and some Vikings. Lots of range, folks. Lots of range, lots of visibility. A good deployment will ensure that rain, death, and destruction is the weather forecast on the Lost Temple today, with a slight chance of ownage. There's the deployment command center is on its way up. A warp prism. Or not a warp prism. It looked like a warp prism. He decided to cancel out the warp prism completely, go straight through the observer. Never mind, we're expecting and hoping for warp prism. Not going to happen. There you go, HuK with the harassment from the side. Will we get the blink? Well, he doesn't have it yet, so not really. It's actually not even being researched. But bear in mind, it is there, and it will be able to take out those Vikings if they go straight in there. There you go, big sniper. Oh, so close to getting it. Yes, another wave would have done it. HuK with a great placement right there. Very, very smart indeed. And Blink now finally on the way. We've seen what he can do with that before. We're back on the Lost Temple. We're back where TLO lost that match previously to the Blink Stalker harassment of HuK. And HuK does have one of those Void Rays up in the air to provide him with the visibility he needs. Blink is still about a good minute off completion, so he doesn't have to worry about that just yet. I have to wonder if TLO will do anything about it. Will he melt the siege tank? Nope, not very likely, honestly. Too many Marines on the ground, and obviously the Vikings you need to really watch out for. That could be problematic for him. Needs to get all the way back there. Shields down. Oh, so close. I'm surprised TLO did not commit to that, really. He actually backed off with one of those Vikings. One more salvo of torpedoes would have taken it. Oh, yes. TLO now with a little bit more control in the air, which is vitally important for dealing with those stalkers. Needs to keep an eye on it. HuK with the observer. Blink is now a possibility. Will he be able to harass anything more to the point? Oh, yes. Up to his favorite perch on the top of those cliffs. What's he looking for? Big damage is what he's looking for. There's the visibility. That's what you're seeing from TLO. TLO is not able to see that. Vikings need to redeploy there. A little bit of slow response, though. Loses a couple. Loses a couple. There's the scan. Ah, yes, free observer. Oh, wonderful blink right there to retaliate. Still ends up losing the observer, but look at that. Very quick. Straight under the Viking. Takes it out with great gusto. Now, that Void Ray is still hanging around there. Are we looking for any harassment? Well, we could see it, honestly. There are, yeah, no anti-air of any description there. Could really go in there. Right now, TLO rolls out once again, though. Oh, yes. Blink into the side and eliminating his opponent's ability to mine. Kind of vital. There's the stim from the side, but it's not happening. Oh, no. HuK is a slippery individual, and he's going right into the middle line. Or maybe he's just going to blink off there. Oh, quite a few lost. It was pretty brutal, but he gets away with the majority of his units. Units lost right now. HuK is still slightly behind, but he has done massive economic harassment to his opponent, and you'll notice there's a full 13. Yes, indeed. 13 harvesters ahead, and it shows. Oh, boy, does it show. Oh, yes. Engagement right here to the side. He comes in, and will he be able to deal with it? Yes, he will. No question about that. TLO slices and dices. Oh, yes. He takes medevacs in all shapes and sizes. TLO could potentially lose the tanks right there, but of course, he is much quicker to deal with that. There's the blink once again. Can he take another medevac for free? Looks for it. It's very low. It's very low. There it goes. Down it goes. Crashing into the ground. It's tragic, folks. It's tragic. They will have to notify the families of the pilots. Ooh, TLO with a Reaper coming up right here. I don't really know why, but hey, let's build some Reapers. Why not? Sounds like a good idea. Yes, HuK is now forcing his way into the base once again, and that is gonna be nasty. TLO cannot be happy about that one little bit. There's the firepower raining down from the side of the cliff, and it's good. It's very good. Nails a couple for free. Can he lock him down? Does he have the... He doesn't have conch shell. He really doesn't seem to like it all that much, but there you go. Oh, Immortal taken out very rapidly. Yes, and forcing HuK all the way back. Oh, yes. TLO continues to get that momentum on, but right now he needs more than momentum. He needs money. He is so very far behind his opponent in terms of the amount of harvested minerals. He is a full 22 harvesters behind HuK. HuK has not expanded to his third base second expansion yet. However, it's looking very likely that he will in the not-too-distant future. As regards to his tech, he's going again for the fleet beacon. Yes, indeed. He was denied earlier. He will not be denied a second time. Double Stargate on the way up. Ooh, yes. There you go. Second Stargate at the back. Is TLO going to be expecting a later game mothership? Or indeed will be seeing carriers? Also a possibility. I do love me carriers, folks. Very rare to see them. As you can see right there, there is a single Reaper available. What is it doing? Nothing. Okay, cool. There you go. And once again, an engagement right here. It's good. So good focused firepower on the tanks. But will they survive long enough? I really doubt it. HuK's going to have to get the hell out of there. The blink is a good one. He sidesteps it around very nicely. And, as you notice, takes 2 medevacs in the process. Look at how... beautifully choreographed that actually was. It really was. HuK with fantastic placement. Carriers rolling out for HuK right here. And the Graviton catapults. Yes. There you go. Make it fancy. Make it fancy. Make it cool. Double Stargates have been scouted, but the fleet beacon, more critically, has not. Has not been seen, has not been scanned. I don't even know where that Reaper actually went. Maybe it went to the back of the base while that fight was going on. Whatever the case, we didn't see that, and we don't really care. Reapers... they get shot to pieces. We know how it goes. TLO currently sitting on 14, now 15 Marauders, 10 Marines, single medevac available. It's a potent force. It will be able to crack the shell of HuK, but the longer he waits, the more vulnerable he is to carriers, which is probably not what he's expecting, if I'm honest. Most of the time, nobody expects his Spanish carrierization. Yes, that's a terrible pun, I know, but it works. Another expansion going up in the gold right here, and TLO rolling forward, pretty confident about it. It is choreographed, and it is very carefully planned. But it is spotted by HuK. He sees it coming in a mile away, and he is ready to respond to it. The carriers are not on the field as of yet. He's going to have to play a little bit of a delaying game, but massive war bit of Stalkers there. No upgrades as in terms of firepower, but he does have the blink right there. Good visibility. If he takes the medevacs down, he'll be able to blink up onto the cliff and inflict heavy damage. Carriers are on the field, but I don't think he's actually got anything right now in them. Yes, he does. He's got the 4 interceptors. Not all that great, but there you go. Force fields block them in, and there's the hold-in from the back. Suddenly, carriers. Yes, TLO's like, oh, God. Didn't see that coming a mile away, and of course, no, you don't expect that. Anti-air annihilator. TLO's forces crushed. Carriers on the field. Oh, yes, and 2 more on the way. Graviton catapult available. 14 interceptors. There you go. Oh, yes. HuK takes him apart right there, and TLO now forced backwards. TLO still a little bit ahead in terms of units lost, but his economy is not looking as strong as his opponents, no question about that. 3 bases available for HuK, continues to pump them out right there. 2 more carriers on the way. And what's he got to deal with the carriers? Well, he's now to pump Vikings, as you might imagine. That's all he really can do at this point. But I would be more concerned about the fact that those carriers are going to go straight in there, and a possibility of support via the Blink Stalkers, hopefully to deal with those Vikings. Look at right there. There's the Blink right there. It's good. It's very good. And the Vikings are going to melt horribly. Oh, nice. Nicely done. HuK has only 14 health left on that, but it's good enough. It's what you want. It's what you need. Stalkers annihilated, but the carriers will take pretty much everything for free right here. Marine firepower coming in right there. Carrier with 9 HP. Very close right there. Almost took it out. Almost took it out. 4 hit points for the carrier. It's still alive, and it takes a terrible toll. Now, still, TLO slightly ahead, but not by much. Now 4 carriers in the air, folks. TLO rolling out those Vikings, but not particularly quickly. He doesn't have a reactor, and indeed, actually, one has to point out just how clever HuK actually was in taking out the reactor of that particular barracks, and indeed killing the barracks entirely. No reactor means no quick units. Finally has gone for the swap right there, but it has delayed the Vikings considerably, as well as large amounts of Marines to deal with them. So that is a brave move and a clever one. 2 more carriers coming up right now for HuK, and he does have his 4th base, 3rd expansion. He's looking pretty damn dominant right now. I'm honestly not entirely sure what TLO can really do here. With so many carriers on the field, he's going to have to pump out mega Vikings, huge amounts of them. No upgrades for the Vikings either, so again, that's something critical, bearing in mind that Protoss Air Weapon level 2 is most likely going to be finished by the time that he decides to go in. There's the roll in from the side. Units coming in. There you go. Units coming in to meet the reduced force of the carriers from the side. Yes, it is an ambush. It's a trap. But will the carriers be able to hold up? More to the point, it's good focus firing right now. But the Stalk is now annihilated. Oh, God. HuK is turned the tables right now on HuK. Will the Vikings hold out? They will not. There is too much firepower right there. 2 carriers taken out. 3 carriers taken out. Oh, the Viking survives. The single Viking survives with reinforcements coming in from behind, and the carrier's caught out of position. A great play there by TLO, showing he is still in the fight without question. But his economic situation is looking fairly dire. He's going to have to do something about that. Mining pretty much everything out of that. Rolling out right here. Is this looking to be well, I wouldn't call it an all-in, because it's not all of his SCVs, but he's looking to possibly back it up with an awful lot of those. Can he take that expansion for free? He absolutely can. He's got the firepower for it. 2 carriers in reserve. Is there any? Yes, there are Vikings. We've got 3 Vikings. He needs to focus fire on the Vikings. He sees it right there. He takes 1. He takes 2. Can he take the 3rd? That's the more critical thing about it. He could lose it. He could lose it. Oh, so close to freedom. Marines chewing their way through the carriers. He doesn't have an awful lot of interceptors available in the air. Will he be able to take those Marines out in time? He can. He can do it. The carrier continues, and he barely holds that off. TLO continues with the pressure. Yes, indeed. SCVs at the front to try and lock down the Zealots. Is a good call, and the Immortal's going to die so very, very quickly. It's not even funny. There you go. That carrier takes massive numbers of kills, moves out as quickly as it can, and the Zealots continue to protect it. More carriers on the way. 2 more, in fact. 2 back him up there on the ground, and the Vikings are not in the air right now. Bear in mind, TLO actually really drained in terms of his economy. His income is very low indeed. He is very much behind in terms of the amount of SCVs. He threw a bunch in right there. The carriers continue to menace his opponent. Right now, very little available in terms of anti-air. He's pumping out those Marines, but will they be enough to deal with it? They die so very, very quickly to interceptors. Carriers chewing their way through there, and there you go. We now have 2 carriers on the field, 2 more on the way. That pressure is continued, and as we see, he might lose a carrier there, but I don't think so. He might be able to take it out. There you go. Forced his opponent back. TLO gives it up. Carrier play there by HuK, proving to be extremely effective, and of course, the level 2 air upgrades are not going amiss on that one. There you go, folks. That's 5 wins. 5 wins. 2 HuK versus 2 for TLO. HuK walks away with $125, and of course TLO gets 50 from cynicalbrit.com. I'm going to take a short break, folks. I'm going to be doing a little bit of casting from the Team Liquid invitation. Well, it's not so much an invitational, really. It's more of a staff tournament. We'll call it a staff invitational if you like, but whatever the case. We're doing that. So give me a few minutes to get stuff in order. We'll do a bit of casting from that. I don't know how much we'll do tonight because obviously the series has gone on for quite some time, but we'll see what we can do. Thanks a lot for watching, folks, and I'll be back in a few short minutes' time.